I always start with some sketches and never just jump right into my final design. So this starts with a little sketch, a couple different ways. I settle on this one, and then I work this one all the way up through inks with color. And I already kind of knew I didn't like it all the way. I liked the lettering, I liked kind of the energy of it, but something was not right. So I went over it again, gave it the head from like a different perspective, and the face with the skin and everything just I wasn't feeling it. So I ended up just drawing a skull, making it a little goofier, and then going back in with the lettering and kind of the little visual anchors that I liked from the previous version, and tying it all together now with inks, finalizing that sketch and then inking it up. And I really wanted to have some vibrant colors. I love the Young Bucks kind of visual dynamism. They use that 80s color palette with the neons, hypercolors, no, that's the ones that change colors, just like neons and ultra saturated colors with one dark contrast. I love that. When I'm doing lettering like this, I like to use Procreate's auto line feature, where you can just draw a line and then you hold it for a second or two, and then it just makes a perfectly straight line. And if I use kind of a rugged brush, it'll still have that wavering quality to it. Now at this point, I'm just going to try to balance out the rest of my design. It feels a little left heavy, so I'm going to add a couple little pieces of, I don't know, blood or bits of gross stuff that's flying out of there, just to kind of level it out in my mind. And then we get to add in some color here. Usually I do color on one layer, and then I do an adjustment layer on top of that, multiply at 50% with either the color that's underneath, or I use like a 50% gray, and that usually gives me the shadow layer that I want. You can see that I changed the blood red to like a blue color. I don't know why I did that. I'm literally kicking somebody's eyeballs and brain out of their head, and I'm like, that red blood seems a little gratuitous. In the end, I think the blue was just a little more visually pleasing. During the design process, you'll see that this green layer in the background gets taken out just to see, how it would anchor itself as a design without that. And I love the color differences between the yellow, green, and those pinks and stuff, but I think it would work otherwise too. Ultimately, the whole design didn't get used, which is not a loss actually, because it's important to learn something from everything that you do.